Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 365 of Games My Mom Found. I was really angry with me tonight.
I am Joe Butler, and Ares, Zeus, Athena. Someone will get that.
Okay, I did not.
It's okay.
Games My Mom Found. Your lost comedian friend Nate has returned. With it, I bring an episode on God of War.
Hey, we're wrapping up the trilogy.
Yay.
Well, there's 2 more games to play still in this timeline.
There's 5 more games to
3
play,
more.
good sir.
5?
The remakes, the reboot.
The reboot, yes, but there's also 2 games in this. There's in this trilogy, in this section. There's Ghost of Sparta and Ascension.
I have no idea how to play Ascension.
You don't?
I'll figure something out. Even if I have to stream it.
Yeah, that won't be for a little bit to worry about that, because I don't know what rush I am to play that game. God of War 3, developed by Santa Monica Studio, published by Sony Computer Entertainment, and came out originally in 2010 for the PS3, and then remastered for the PS4 in 2015.
Man, that was a weird remaster, too. It came out of fucking nowheres.
It really did.
Was anybody asking for a remaster of this game?
No, but I think the idea was supposed to be, which I'm probably wrong about it, it's 2015 for the remaster, right?
Yes.
They probably, 2016 was probably the reveal of the reboot. So they probably wanted people to be like, oh, hey, God of War 3. I could do that, because it was a remake, but it was like, I think $40. And then they had it for free. They were for free, but I think you could also get it for like, if you have like PlayStation Now or whatever, I think you can play it for free like right now too as well.
Oh, that's cool then.
Yeah. So I think they brought it up because they were coming out with the reboot, which was 2018.
That would make sense if that's what, because you want to build up hype for your new thing that you're doing. I mean, that didn't come out until a few more years still.
A solid 3, but still, though, they probably teased it in 2016.
Yeah, remember when games used to not take 5-6 years to make?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Grand Theft Auto released a game every year.
Do you see GTA 6 is going to be 630 megabytes?
You mean gigabytes?
Gigabytes.
Yeah.
Where? No, I did not see
That's
that.
a little...
Yeah, that's like half a gig, fucking Rockstar. What the fuck, yo?
Half a gig is half a terabyte.
500 gig is half terabyte, or 500 gigs is half terabyte. It's more than half, right?
I missed out what you said because I hit my cord and I disappeared.
Oh, 500 gigabytes is a terabyte, right?
Yes, you said gigabyte.
My bad. I'm fucking tired, dude.
I'm sorry.
You're okay. It's my own damn fault.
I know, like you act like you can't have a normal sleep schedule. You're a third shifter.
Yeah.
And you don't have the craziness of Phoebe that somehow she can skip sleep.
I can't do 5 hours, dude. I would fucking like explode.
I would die too. I have to get like 7 to 8 hours. I don't know how the fuck people can do less, but
you know what? I take that back. I know how Phoebe can do 5 hours sleep. It is fair. There's a difference between me and her, though, which is also reasonable.
She runs on hatred?
Besides running on hatred, Phoebe specifically works third shift, which means she works 8 hours. I do a straight 12 on, 12 off.
That is hard.
Yeah. And it's 12 hours fully awake. I can't fall asleep for an hour at one point or anything like that.
I mean, you could. You just wouldn't have a job very much longer. So we always start these off with our memories. So I have never played this game before. I bought this game at Pawn America for $10 because the sticker was still on my old copy, but I never got around to it. I always meant to, but I just never did until last week when I finally put this game on the shelf. That's my history, so not very much. Joe, what about you?
So this was like the big like PS3 game. This was, which is weird because what was the PS2 lifespan?
A long time.
Yeah, that was like
a long time, wasn't
12 years or something ridiculous, I think.
Yeah, it ended 2013, and I'm doing a little bit of math. Hold on.
About 13 years. It started March 2000 and ran till 2013, but the PS3 comes out in
2006.
2006.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
but not a lot of people jumped to PS3. I can say as a guy who worked at Target in 2009, 2010, we did not sell a lot of... PS3 was not the common system people were buying games for or buying. It was a 360.
Yeah, but which funny enough, this was the God. I love the PS2. This was the ass end, or this was this wasn't even the ass end. This was 2000. God of War 2 was 2007, and weirdly enough, God of War 2 was supposed to be PS3, and they made this, and I think it's because Sony wanted more things on the PS2, which is even weirder. Because there's a lot of stuff that they wanted that you could kind of see them build on 2 that they very specifically put on 3. Which is basically the start of the game where you fight Poseidon. But I remember being really hyped for this because I've always loved the God of War series. What teenager doesn't love a dude, angry man fights revenge person? And I was really hyped. And obviously, I completely forgot how short this fucking game was because I believe I watched a friend in high school beat this in one sitting. Either it was one sitting or he bought it and then I watched him boot it up and then he went to like, all right, it's nighttime. I gotta go to bed. All right, cool. We'll see you tomorrow. And I came out the next day and we beat it in like the second sitting. But I very specifically remember this game being that long, which is weird.
It's not. I mean, it might have just been the time, like, everybody, excited for it. I mean, the speedrun of this game is 50 minutes.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm watching it right now, so. And Nate, what about you? What's your history?
So, I did not have a PlayStation 3 in 2010. In 2011, I got a job at Walmart, and with my first paycheck, I bought a PlayStation 3 that came with Infamous 2.
Sicker. Wicked sick.
And a copy of God of War 3, because I was like, I bought God of War 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, and then I had Infamous 2. And I started God of War 3.
What other games would you need?
Well, next paycheck, I bought Uncharted 1 and 2. So
that's also fair. Okay.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, they came in a dual pack for like $40, and I was like, how can I pass that up?
That's sick.
That's not bad. And you just, you're just probably living at home still, so it's like, yeah, I can afford to do this.
Yeah, I was living with my mom. Yep. So, but I started God of War 3 in 2011, and that it blew me away. And the only thing I knew about it was at the end was from it was like from Game Informer's like top 10 moments of 2010.
I love those.
And all it said was like, how long did you keep mashing circle at the end of God of War 3? And I was like, what? What does that mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can mash that bitch for a long time.
I kept mashing it until I was like, wait a second. This is not ending if I just stopped. And then the game ended. Like, okay, good.
So that was all I knew about the game. And then like the whole time I played, I was like, what? Mash circle? Am I opening a chest? Like, what are we doing? Yeah. And then I bought the remake or the remaster, I think in 2017, 2018, before God of War 4 came out. So,
all right. I know you have a more love for this series than I do, because you're the reason why 2 and 3 are on this show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been here, Nate, without you. So.
I love this series. It's so good.
I also love this series.
Fair.
Joe, do you get irritated? Because I get kind of irritated when God of War 4 came out and every game critic was like, oh, Kratos finally isn't a one-note character. Kratos finally has a good backstory.
Oh,
and I was
fuck
like,
them.
He's always been three-dimensional. Yeah, he was just driven by revenge in those 3 games.
Here's the real question: is he that? And that's even weirder because we've gone through the entire series. Is he driven by rage, or is he in fact driven by a different aspect?
Are you talking about like Pandora's box? Because
he's driven by hope.
Oh yeah, no, that is true. I mean, I would not call him one-dimensional. In the first game, yes. But by the time that you have the 3 and you have Change Olympus, all of which have been out at this time, and, he's not one-dimensional. I mean, he's a little bit in this game at times, but he has a purpose of what he's trying to do. He's trying to get revenge on Zeus and stop Zeus, but also it's kind of the idea that the world needs to be destroyed to be reborn, and that the gods are no good to the people and need to be replaced. Kind of what it is, too. Which is not wrong in this world.
I have the funniest thing to tell you guys at the end of this game, but we'll get there.
I mean, overall, God of War 3 plays like God of War 1 and 2. It's a 3D action, brutal fucking game. But like when I booted this up and played it on my HD TV on PS3, so I'm not even playing the PS4 version. This game is fucking beautiful and gory as fuck. And I'm like, not expect this to still be impressive in 2025.
The remake on PS5 is fucking amazing too. That's because whenever that got announced, people got really excited too.
Yeah, I did.
I don't like to be this guy. Okay, for this playthrough, I beat it on PlayStation 4, and then I went and beat it on PlayStation 3 purely for the platinums.
Spite.
And spite. There were at times playing the PS3 version, like directly after the PS4 version, I was like, I think this looks better on PS3 than it does on PS4.
Oh,
But like it's a beautiful game, and the dynamic camera angles and shots that they do, where like specifically in the opening when you're on the back of Gaia and like you're attacking those just like the basic fodder, like to teach you the combat, and the camera like zooms out while you're attacking and Kratos gets smaller and smaller, is so cool.
mm-hmm. Are you talking about the horseshoe crabs that have horse heads on them? That made me crack up, by the way.
No.
That's what they were. They were horseshoe crabs
Really?
with horses. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Poseidon's the god of horses. You don't know that?
Well,
I was just like, this is a weird enemy, but whatever.
I also thought it was a weird enemy, but of course, I remembered that I read Percy Jackson when I was in high school, which is actually around the time this also came out. So I was caught. Yeah, I was caught up on Greek mythology for the third game,
nice.
and realized Zeus has always been an asshole.
Oh yeah, no, that's commonplace in all Greek fiction. He's a fucking shithead. Like that's not unusual, no matter where you look at it. But like everything with the Poseidon opening, because I knew Poseidon was in this game, I did not know he was your first boss and like your first level. That was a fucking epic fight. Everything with him, and then when Kratos rips him out of the water and you just fucking brutally rip him apart, I was like, damn.
I was gonna say I have that specific note written down, Mike, is the shot of Kratos snatching Poseidon from the Conjuration.
Yeah.
Is so fucking cool. Like,
yeah, that's so fucking fun.
It's just like they were developing this game and they said, what if we made the coolest fucking looking game ever made? And they succeeded.
I was impressed with how epic this game feels. I did not expect that.
I love the fact that besides the spin-offs, the spin-offs are kind of I don't think the main God of War trilogy, continuing into the reboot, does not have a bad intro boss fight. God of War 1 has, where you fight the sea monster.
Hydra.
The Hydra. God of War 2 starts off, which even though it's not really a boss fight, that whole sequence of you basically running around and getting shrunk and losing your powers is a great sequence either way. Well, you also fight the big statue too. I take that back.
Colossus of Rhodes.
Yeah, and then this one you have Poseidon, and then the next two games I'm excited to free all the fucking open with those. Those are great.
King Olympus first level wasn't bad, but I can't remember it super well.
I know Ascension you start off escaping from the heartbeats, which I heard is a cool sequence at least.
Yeah, it is a cool sequence. And then the rest of the game happens.
Yeah. But I remember not liking the beginning because I'm like, man, they really wasted a big name boss for for a big name god for the first fight. But I think you need that to be like, oh shit's serious now. We're getting into it now.
Well, you had to take out the three main gods, Poseidon, Hades, and Zeus. If I remember correctly, those were the first set. They're the sons, and then it goes and you get more and more as it goes from there in different tiers.
Yeah, but also like you have to have like a big sequence as well, just to show like, hey, we're doing this, it's happening, we're killing them. But also I think that's like the first time we ever see what the rest of them look like, right? Like that's besides Zeus, that's Poseidon, that's Hades, that's fucking what the fuck is his name? Hermes, and then I think you've seen Apollo in 2. Or maybe
you saw Apollo before. You also rescued Apollo.
Yeah.
I think it was Apollo or Helios. Somebody, not the same guy. I get confused with my gods every so often. Somebody doesn't change Olympus.
Yeah.
You had to help.
They're not the same one, but I think this game refers to them as the same person, so it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, they call him Helios, and I was like, and then at some point you had Apollo's bow, and I'm like, I knew where they got that from. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Or not Apollo's. I don't remember anymore.
Apollo's
never a fighter, though. I mean, you would have Ares, but Ares is already dead, so you can't have him. No, they have a lot a good fight with you climbing on Gaia, trying to like that is just epic as fuck. And then at one point when she turns on him and she's like, "You're just a pawn to me," and I was like, "You're gonna regret that decision." I'm pretty sure. So I did like that. I mean, I know one of the complaints is you really don't see a lot of the Titans. You just see Gaia, and then you see the Fire Titan, and that's it. Or Magma Titan, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't remember.
Yes.
It doesn't bother me that you don't get the. I mean, what? I think it's only 4 Titans if my Hercules Disney animation movie is correct. Ice, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Well, no, it's you got Kronos, Gaia. Technically, Helios is supposed to be the sun god, which I think is a Titan. And then, actually, funny enough, like I said, this is all from Percy Jackson lore that I remember. Technically, Aphrodite is also a Titan. Because the concept of love is an original like origin concept. So even though she's referred to a god, she's originally a Titan.
Not sure, but I'm not caught up in my Greek mythology. I don't think that's correct, but I'm not caught up.
I know it's correct because I have another funny joke that's going to happen later on as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And of course, this game does what every God of War has to do. We have to throw you into hell and take away all your powers, because why not?
Oh, but you keep the golden fleece and you got the feathers again, just like Metroid, Nate. Just like Metroid.
I will concede this is the only God of War game that is a Metroidvania, because the central hub area, or I guess, like, you go back to those judges twice. Like, and then you go to the cube area twice, I think.
Yeah, you go to a few places repeatedly. I wouldn't use the term Metroidvania, but you do revisit a few things.
Well, you revisit those and you have new abilities that open up a new section of that level, such as the gauntlets being able to break the judge's chains.
God, those fucking I don't hate the gauntlets. I actually do like the gauntlets as well. I just think it's so funny that they don't shrink when he puts them on. They're like, it's like the meme of like the chicken too big for his boots. Like, Kratos, those are like the size of like your own body, dude. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
They are so fucking cool, though.
It's just so silly looking, but they are cool.
So I know when they were playable, I just posted a picture of Hercules. You're like, I hate those gauntlets. So why don't you like the gauntlets, Joe?
They're just silly looking. I love them. I actually love using them. They're great. My favorite move is like the L1 triangle where he throws them out and he claps them together while they're on the chains. That part's really cool. But they just look silly. Like they could have shrunk a little bit when he got them. But
I really like them.
That also might be an old Joe thing, just because I haven't played this game in like fucking forever. And I think I wasn't having a good time because I asked the hus, if like I was like, did I have a bad time last time I played this? He's like, yeah, I remember you specifically bitching last time you played this. And I'm like, okay, I guess I wasn't in the mood for it or something. Who fucking knows?
That does happen. I mean, the show has taught me that. Like, sometimes you just have to be in the right mood for a game. And something like this, where it's very violent and very bloody, you have to be in the right mood. You're like, yeah, I want this, and not be just burned out or you're bummed out through all this hatred and depression.
But plus, I'm not gonna lie, I did the Mike Albertin method where I was like, man, I need to burn through this super quickly. There's no time. I've got no time. So I got really high and played this and put it on easy so I wouldn't get pissed off at it. And like I beat it in like 2 sittings, as I said, like in the chat.
That is the complete opposite of what I did.
Trophies do that, sir.
I had to play on the second to the hardest difficulty, which wasn't too bad. So on the PlayStation 4 version, I played through it legitimately on the hardest or the second hardest difficulty. And I think I got stuck on like, there's the Cerberus when you come back with the gauntlets, the big fiery Cerberus. That thing fucking sucked to fight. And then Zeus's final phase was difficult, but then I found out that you can block all but like one attack, and I was like, oh, that makes it way easier.
That's sick.
There's a glitch you can do in this game where once you beat the challenge of the gods, you unlock combat arena, and if you turn on invincibility and then just set like all the enemies to gorgons and then jump in the air, like bait their stone gaze, jump in the air. And set the difficulty to Titan. Sorry, that's important. and then you jump in the air and you die 5 times to where the game offers you easy mode. Hit no, and then the game will kick you out to the main menu. And then you can start a new game on Titan difficulty and have all of your weapons, everything upgraded, and invincibility.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I did that for the PlayStation 3 version where I had to just delete the install data and then reinstall the game, but like keep the PlayStation 3 offline because they had patched it out on the PS3 version. But the PS4 version, they did not. But anyway, I cheated for the PS3 version because I was not going to put myself through hell again.
That is fair.
But anyway, Titan mode wasn't too bad, except for like 2 or 3 spots.
I mean, if you're invincible, how bad could it be?
Well, on the PlayStation 4 version...
Oh, you weren't?
It wasn't too bad. Yeah, I did not cheat for the PlayStation 4 version. I played through that legitimately.
Okay.
Lame.
It's really hard. It was, I mean, that fiery Cerberus one, like, I had sent to the group chat, I was like, this is, whoever made this, I hope has the worst day of their lives. But, well, if you fall in a pit with invincibility on, like, Kratos does not die. He just goes, like, repeatedly. And then you just have to, like, reload a checkpoint.
Okay. I didn't have much trouble with this game, but I did play on easy. There were a couple times I got close to death, but not really, but I was on easy. I wouldn't have messed with the harder difficulties. Well, I don't care about platinum, so, there's that too.
Well, Mike, I'm here to say 2 plats, bitch.
Don't worry, I'll sound good in editing. It's always impressive that you get platinums. I mean, why not go for it? I mean, it gives you more, you're making more use of the game that you paid for, and you're seeing more of the game. Hell, there was a time where I went for those 1,000 points. A lot. Didn't get a lot of them, but I went for them. So I get it. I just don't bother don't care about achievements anymore, because that put me down a bad rabbit hole.
Mhm.
I can't go down that hole.
I don't recommend it, but here I am.
So
I enjoy it, though. There's a difference. You had a reason to play this game. It was for the show. So you were like, I'm going to take this incentive to go get myself 2 platinums.
Yeah, and then that fiery Cerberus made me go, gee, did I make a bad choice?
How bad? He wasn't bad on easy, I can tell you that much, but on hard, he was not fun, huh?
Yeah, it was really after his... Well, one, you got those stupid exploding puppies that, like, for whatever reason, like, you would be finishing up an animation of kicking one towards the Cerberus, and then another one behind him would start his explode animation, and then would explode and do damage, like you were out of the invincibility frames. So that led to a bunch of deaths. And then once the satyrs joined, that was super annoying.
Okay, those satyrs were hard even on easy. They were the only enemy that came close to killing me a couple times. I don't know what it was about them, but they were mean.
They block attacks and then they throw you in the air. And it was just like, and then like I would land and then the Cerberus would be there to just like wombo combo me, and I was just like, what can I do? So I had to Google.
Really have a way to heal.
Yeah. So I had to Google like, Cerberus Titan mode, and there was a video from like 13 years ago or something like that. It was just like, hey, use Gorgon Flash like once the 2 satyrs join, and then kill one of the satyrs, but don't kill the other one, because once you get the Cerberus to his 3rd phase, the other one won't spawn, like, because you have one satyr on the screen still. And I was like, how do people figure this out?
Trial and error.
Or something.
I mean, how many people do you think, killed both satyrs, then got the Cerberus to the final, went, oh shit, he respawns. Well, what if I only kill one? Because, games will do that. They'll get confused, and they won't, they won't pop on their enemy, so.
I'll tell you, the first time I beat both satyrs and the Cerberus and got to his 3rd phase and another satyr spawned, I was like, fuck you!
I get that, though. Like, if you were struggling at it for a bit, and you're dying, and all of a sudden you're just like, I'm almost there! You're like, fuck! I get it. I'd be the same way.
I will say though, so I told you the last time I played this, I wasn't in the right mood. I said at the same time, it was at this time, playing it a 3rd time. You know what the worst fucking part of this game is?
I'm curious.
It's the puzzle, the square cube puzzle. The big square cube puzzle is way too fucking long. And I remember I quit, even though I was playing on easy this time, so I know that's why I beat it real quickly. There's 2 things that I fucking hate in this game. And Nate can probably agree with me because he probably knows it better than I do. the stupid cube puzzle. There's the first part that sucks is the part where you have to defend the chains from enemies, and it goes from 2 minotaurs to like 4 minotaurs and a fucking like cyclops, and you have to use the cyclops to kill the minotaurs.
Oh yeah, I
And
know what you're
then
talking about.
yeah, and then you go through that for a little bit, and then the puzzle completes, and then you're in the cube, and you have to fight enemies, and there's a timer going, and there's spikes popping out of the ground, and if you don't kill the enemies fast enough, a bird shows up, and you have to like slingshot to the bird, and then fly to the next rotation of the square. I think it's longer the harder difficulty you take, because I remember it being 4, and when I played on easy mode, it was 3, maybe even 2.
I can't remember, but
Yeah. And sometimes, well, I died once trying to grapple the harpy, and I grappled an enemy on the ground, and I was like,
Yes.
oh my god.
oh yeah,
I was like,
Yes.
Kratos,
the grappling
Curtis,
harpy
why are you
was.
doing this to me?
I didn't expect that. Like that was okay some of the time, and some of the time it was really annoying.
Yeah, sometimes there's like the part it's after you wound Helios and then you're going across the gap. There's like on PS3, just like one of the harpies just did not spawn, so I
Weird.
couldn't jump like to the next harpy, and I just had to like reload the checkpoint, and then everything worked out fine. But I was just like, that
You
was
just
really
got caught in a
weird.
glitch.
Like it was just really weird. I don't know.
No, there's some weird stuff in this game. Like I can see that running into some glitches, even though this game is pretty well polished. I will say that. There were a couple times I had to look up what to do because I was just confused because I wasn't understanding the game correctly. Like one of the puzzles with the portals where you have to shoot the ballista through. I was really confused what to do at first, and then I figured out, and I was like, fuck this. But I had to look up something because I was just confused. This game has a decent amount of puzzles, which I can't say I am the biggest fan of. I don't care for puzzles all that much.
The ones this time around, I know it sounds kind of goofy. They remind me more of like Resident Evil puzzles. That's kind of why I like them a little bit more.
It is goofy. You're not wrong.
How did you guys do with Hera's Garden? That puzzle.
Oh,
I
that's
used
fucking
the
weird.
internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used the internet too. I think I've look it up every time I've played through this game.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was like, what the fuck does the game want me to do? And I didn't use a guide.
I remember
And
from my second playthrough.
It's a bit. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it is a cool moment when you go to Hera's Garden, but it's. I don't know. I feel like this game had more puzzles than the other ones, or they were more annoying. I don't know.
I super believe that.
Or I
The
just don't like puzzles.
the Guitar Hero puzzle, everyone's favorite.
The hard
like
one,
that
that was okay. That was kind of fun,
Yeah.
actually.
That's like the only mark I would strike against this game. I think is it just felt really weird. Even in 2010 or 2011 when I played it, I was just like, this is odd.
Yeah, but it's for the time. I mean, think about it. Rhythm games were full, freaking everything at this time. So I mean, it makes sense that they slipped in a rhythm puzzle in this game. Like, it makes sense when you think about how big like Rock Band, Guitar Hero, everything was at this time. But yeah, it's kind of odd like that it's just there. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It wasn't bad though. It was one of the better puzzles. They didn't have to think about it, so that was nice. I mean, there are a few connections to Chains of Olympus. Like one, there was you see Persephone in her coffin because you killed her in Chains of Olympus. So I thought that was kind of a nice little touch. Like, look, there's her dead body.
Yeah.
And that's why Hades hates you because you killed his wife, which makes sense.
The Hades fight is really cool.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
epic again. That was a fucking epic part.
I was just gonna say, and then like you think you've killed him, and then he comes back up. I was like, oh, so cool.
When his like helmet's removed.
Well, like after you get the claws,
Yeah.
'cause I think you hang him and you get his claws, and then he comes back up, and you have to rip his soul from his body. I
Yeah,
was like, just cool.
You suck you one suck his soul into your body, and then you get the ability to fucking swim in the river Styx.
All of my notes on this game, they're just like here's blocking the light from Helios is cool. Ripping Helios's head off, cool. The dark caves, cool. Like everything is just cool to me in this game.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's what they were going for.
All the god deaths I love are actually pretty brutal, and I know they're all very, very specifically different. Like, give an example, killing Poseidon is like a taste of what's to come later, because in fact, it's actually the opposite, because you get the first ever POV death where you can get killed by Kratos.
You mean like from Poseidon where you take out his eyes?
Yeah, you're like you're playing from Poseidon's view, and you're just getting your ass kicked by fucking Kratos, and then you fucking gouge his eyes out.
That was a little intense.
Yeah,
Using L3 and R3. Like
Yeah.
like you use your thumbs. It's just, to me, that's just cool game design, you know?
Yes.
Like
I mean,
I cannot think of any game since that has used the controller in such a way of just like connecting you to the violence that you're unleashing upon something.
It's not violence, but they do find a way for you to use the controller as a spray can for Infamous Second Son.
yeah, which was cool,
Okay,
actually.
I remember
Which
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's sick as hell.
But this
Yeah.
worked well to make you feel like you are the God of War. Like, it has very good feeling with it. Like all the QuickTime events felt good. It took me a second to get used to, like, I want to say the other God of War games, like the button prompts are right on the enemy or right in your face, where now triangles at the top of the screen, squares at the left, circles on the right, X on the bottom. That was a little bit annoying when I was sitting too close to the screen because I was charging my controller, and I was like, wait, I miss them sometimes. So I thought that was kind of funny. That happened to me. I was like, yeah, I need to sit farther away.
Did y'all have a favorite? Did y'all have a favorite weapon to use?
I'm a basic bitch, and I use the chains. That's it. I always do. I can't use anything else.
I use the chains and the gauntlets a lot.
I think because the first time I played easy mode this time, so I pretty much had everything leveled up by like 75% of the game. So I pretty much was using everything. I was using everything because everything was fully upgraded. And it's fun to have everything fully upgraded.
Yeah, and everything actually fully upgraded too. I was surprised. I didn't think that would happen, but that was nice because then I got a trophy for it. I did joke to myself as it popped up.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, I got a trophy. I care and I don't care, but thought of you, Nate, when the trophy popped.
I got a couple trophies this time. One thing I think is really interesting, in the remaster, they removed one trophy from the game, and that was just for killing Poseidon's princess.
Oh, you could kill her?
You're supposed,
Well,
you're
yeah,
supposed to.
yeah,
Well, you
have
kill
to
her
kill her to
technically,
move
but
on.
not like you don't have to, not optionally. She just killed because you put her to hold down a door, and then you hear and she gets crushed.
Yeah, and the PS3 version gives you a trophy for that.
Oh,
But
weird.
they removed that from the
fits
PS4 version, and I was
the
like,
20
yeah.
2010 mentality was darker than I think what we were at 2015, maybe. They were
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah, just
fair.
a little bit of like, we don't need to do this. This is kind of like kill the half naked woman that's a prisoner. Yeah, get a trophy for it. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, like even in Ascension, they there was a trophy called Bros Before Hoes, and then they patched it to say Bros Before Foes because people were like, it's 20. When did that game come out? 2013.
Yeah.
the problem is there are people out there who believed in that idea. Like, man, bros before hoes. Like, I knew people like that, so I would use that phrase. Dumb phrase. So no, I don't blame them for patching that out. We were
Yeah.
idiot as a culture in 2010 of gamers. So hey, that's what I
So
think.
we're hopping around, so I don't mind bringing this up because it's kind of funny too. So can anyone figure out what the significance is of all the gods dying when you kill them one by one?
They each mean the fact that what they release into the
Yes.
world.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a plague, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah,
Yes.
because each of them, as they die, they do something else to affect the world. Poseidon floods the land. Hermes releases pestilence.
Well, hold on. So I mentioned this in the last one. At the end of God of War 2, there's a mural that talks about what ends up happening in this game, obviously, saying that hey, basically the God of War will die by the hands of a human, which he isn't, but he's half human, and then he will kill the Pantheon, and it will reset the world, and we'll end up seeing the North Star the original ending to God of War 3 was supposed to be same concept, Kratos killing the Pantheon, and then him, the Egyptian God of War, and Tyr, the Norse God of War, becoming the three wise men and going to go see Jesus, the one true God.
Yeah, that was
But-
David Jaffe's idea, but I don't think Sony would have said, yeah, that's a great idea.
No, Sony was like, no, you cannot do that. But they already were halfway done with the game. So it's like, you could say no, but we have to keep in it that the gods released the fucking 7 plagues. So, like, we're already pretty much done with the script for the game. We can't change that part.
I mean, the plague stuff makes sense because the way I see it is Greece is kind of being destroyed, but its really world is kind of starting over. I'm guessing.
Well, kind of. The weirder part is, I don't know, it makes sense to an extent because a lot of the gods die because of their god like persona, I guess is the right term. Like when Poseidon dies, the river floods. When Helios dies, there's an eternal eclipse.
Yeah, the sun
But
is blocked out.
But then Hera, who's the goddess of marriage, when she dies, she turns into a swarm of locusts. Like that doesn't really make sense.
I thought it was Hermes that did that, but I wasn't wrong. I wasn't paying attention.
Either way, Hermes.
It's like a disease that like Hermes releases, and then when Hera dies, she just adds to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like she catches it from Hermes and then releases more when she dies.
Oh,
is how I read that.
Okay.
I didn't really notice this until I watched videos before we did this recording that explained it. Because when I was playing this, it was really I was just playing the game.
Yeah. I think it's not goofy, but I just think it's funny where it's like, yeah, that's left over from him wanting to make the ending where Jesus is the one true God. But honestly, I think it still might happen because not a big spoiler, but in like the trailer for God of War Ragnarok, you do see Tyr, so there is a chance they still might go for that ending. I'm kind of low key hoping.
I don't see it happening because it would be too much outrage from a lot of people.
Only if Kratos was the guy who
Kills him?
nailed Jesus to the cross.
I would laugh my ass off, but there are a lot of people who would get very, very upset.
No, it's gonna be that meme, and I swear I'm carbon dating this. If this happens in the future, even if I'm 80, I full claim to this. I fully believe because he's old man Kratos in the reboot. The game's gonna end with obviously it's old man Kratos. It's gonna be an older man Kratos with his ice axe, and it's gonna be an older Tyr. And I believe because there's DLC for God of War Ragnarok that confirms more games are coming, which is Japan, Aztec, which all sounds awesome, and Japanese. Oh, and Egyptian. It's Egyptian as well. So Japanese. Yeah, Egyptian, which is also a comic too, apparently. But they confirm an Egyptian idea, a Japanese idea, and an Aztec idea. But I wouldn't be surprised if God of War ends with a very old man Kratos, an old man Tyr, a very older man Tyr, and a very older Egyptian God of War, and you have to protect a child or a baby being born from like Roman soldiers, and it's like Kratos like old man fighting like like the beginning of Revengeance where it's like I can barely do this, but it's got to be for the baby being born who will change the world. And that's how the series ends. $5, calling it right now.
Maybe. I mean, I didn't even know we're getting more God of War. I thought the series was kind of done.
Oh no, the God of War is funny because they said they say that there's no reason to make a trilogy when you can tell the story in 2 stories. So they wrapped up the Norse story, but they also very much tease there's more to come, but you never know. I mean, look, what happened? They fucking canceled that stupid fucking PvP shooter in like a month, and we were supposed to get we were supposed to get a God of War online multiplayer game, and that also got canceled. So
we don't need God of War. Something that makes a single-player action game, and it tells a good story for the most part, and it just is a fun, brutal game. Like, ask Ascension how multiplayer worked out for them.
Yeah, they didn't learn their lesson. Everyone's so obsessed with Fortnite doing so well that they're like, we have to make infinite money now, and it's like, just let Fortnite
copy that.
Yeah, they were the first ones. It works, and they just let them have your character and get kickbacks from that. That's the best you can do.
I think that was more Sony.
It was Sony.
It just feels more like Sony was pushing them to do it. And then after Concord, failed.
Thank
They
you.
were like, let's stop that.
Well, yeah, that is what happened because Concord actually caused a bunch of stuff to get canceled. It's live service. There we go. Thank you. The God of War live service got canceled. The Horizon Zero Dawn live service game got canceled. The Spider-Man live service game got canceled.
You just need to. So companies need to get away from that. Yes, I get it. Fortnite makes bucket loads of money, but no one else. You can't compete. Like you're not. Just go away.
Well, now the monkey paws curled, Mike. Congratulations. We got rid of live service, but now everything's fucking using AI. Whoop-de-doo.
That's gonna go away eventually. It's not gonna last.
Is it?
Yeah, I really believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Because
might
more
come
and
in
more veteran game developers are coming out going like, oh, well, if we use AI as a tool, to like brainstorm and we don't put it in the actual game, and it's like, no, just use your brain.
I can see it being useful as like a tool for coding or to speed certain things up because you can you already have it. But no, I mean we'll see what happens. But no, I mean AI is not gonna be this whole tech bubble. It's gonna collapse soon. It already is starting. So
there's only one reason why I want AI, and apparently I'm getting it come this February, which is we're getting super advanced AI for video games. Apparently, the reason why RE9 hasn't had a lot of trailers is because apparently the AI is so advanced in that game that they said no one's going to have the same experience at all playing that game. So that's the only reason I'm excited about, but I don't care about adaptive learning fucking like games or the NPCs have thousands of dialogue. I don't give a shit about that either. I don't want to talk to characters.
The problem with AI is that it's always associated with, and the whole point of what the corporations want is to take away people's jobs and save money. Like that's the main issue with it. But if you use it as a tool, it can be very useful. It just companies need to be like, oh, well, we can just pay ourselves and we'll just have AI do the job for us and make more money. That's the problem. I don't think that's going to happen. There's one AI company that recently people look at programmers that would just do everything really fast, and people thought it was AI, and they're like, "Oh, let's invest all this money," and it was just people. So yeah,
that's hilarious.
They got sued.
So I promised a certain special someone, even though he's not going to listen to this, I promised him a very specific issue that he has with this game. Do you mind if I bring it up real quick?
Sure, of course. Is this the Huzz?
It's the Huzz. Yes, the Huzz. The Huzz has one big complaint that he complains about, which I don't even know if y'all know. So in this game, you fight Hercules.
Yes.
That is historically inaccurate.
How's it? What's inaccurate about it?
So in actual Greek mythology, his name is Heracles. It is Heracles because in Greek mythology is his wife Hera, who is also in this game. And the reason why he is named Heracles is because when Zeus cheated, he was going to get his ass kicked. And he told the mother of Heracles, hey, name him after Hera and maybe she won't fucking blow him up. And she goes, okay, I named the baby Heracles. And she goes, okay, fine. I will not blow up the baby. I will blow up the mother instead. Go find somewhere to have this baby raised. Hercules is actually the Roman term, which technically Romans stole a bunch of their mythology from the Greek. That's why Juno, Hera, Jupiter, Zeus, things like that and such. But the reason why people do that is because of Disney. And Disney thought Heracles sounded too effeminate because what man is named after his mother? So they decided to use the Roman name Hercules for the movie, and now everyone uses that, and it ends up being technically always historically inaccurate.
I don't think that's because I know it as Hercules. Always, even before the movie, I've known it as Hercules.
Yep, and that's exactly why. It's because people think that Heracles sounds effeminate because you name him after his mom, so they use Hercules, which is Roman. It's always been wrong for years. The only thing I know that does get it right, actually, is funny enough, is Percy Jackson.
I really like the Hercules fight in here. Like, I like how that's how you get your gauntlets. It's cool that that's your half brother, so you end up murdering him. Was it God of War 1 or 2 that said that Kratos was Zeus's son?
He's gonna have 2.
Okay. I also couldn't remember that Athena got killed in the end of 2 until I Googled.
Athena gets killed at the end of 2 and comes back as a Force ghost.
Yeah. One of the complaints I read about this is people complain about the stuff with Pandora. Like, they didn't like the fact that he's trying to help her. But at the same time, like, that kind of it builds off of Chain of, which had a lot to do when it came to him having to like reject his daughter to save the world. So I like it in here. I feel like it builds onto his character again. To go like Nate said earlier, this is not a one note character. So
Well, it goes into the thing that Kratos, which is funny enough, as much as he's willing to throw a woman into a lever to keep it from fucking stopping, he's always had a soft spot for either younger kids or younger people. Because in God of War 2, when it's either God of War 2 or it's the PSP game that we just played, he like fights a Spartan soldier and he's like a younger kid and he's like he could tell a kid, he basically tells a kid to fuck off, but if it were like an adult man, he would have like
ripped him apart.
snapped its spine. Yeah. And even when he kills him, Kratos is like, "Oh fuck, my bad. Fuck, I didn't want to do that, man. Fuck, my bad."
Oh, we also haven't talked about the Aphrodite in this, which so one of the storylines, since he released Pandora's box in the first game, all the gods are infected with different parts of Pandora. Like Zeus is more paranoid, and that kind of leads into why they're like the way they are now because of what you did in the first game. Like with Aphrodite, she has an appetite for sex, which she's the goddess of love. That's how this works. But I do like the little mini game thing with her where you get a trophy for it, and then the other two women are like, "Oh, that's so hot!" Like that was great. I enjoyed that.
Well, yeah, Mike. What is it? Aphrodite cheats on her husband Hephaestus with the God of War always. She's not fuck. If Ares is dead, she's still gonna get a piece of that God of War.
And it was cool seeing. God, how do you say his name again?
Hephaestus.
I never can say his name right, but I like that he's in here and then he eventually tries to betray you. I thought that was good too. He makes a comment like he's met you before, and I'm like, I don't remember him in any previous games, and turned out that he was not in any previous games. So.
Well, Kratos was God of War for like a year, so the idea is that he was up there hanging out with them.
Yeah, and Ghost of Sparta takes place during the time that he is the God of War.
Yeah.
After 1, which I'm excited. And then Nate pointed out that the game came out after this, so we haven't done it yet. So
yeah, and it's fine.
I have some fun trivia about that, but I'll save it.
Okay.
Yeah. There's also a huge retcon in that game for some reason, and we'll get to that whenever we get to it.
Yeah, at some point, I want to do it in 2026. I want to play Ghost of Sparta. Ascension, I don't know, but Ghost of Sparta for sure.
Yeah, I agree with Ascension. Ascension is just kind of boring from what I've heard.
Oh, I beat it once.
Boring.
So I had never played God of War 3, but I played 1, and then I randomly picked up Ascension at a GameStop sale, and I played it. I'm like, this is not very good. Like, this is supposed to be the game after God of War 3. This is kind of boring. But now that I'm gone back and played everything else, I'm interested to try Ascension someday. So it's on my to-do list. Trying to think of anything else the Kronos thing, that whole, like, when you climb Kronos, that whole, like, technically boss fight, that was fucking epic. That was really well done.
Yeah, like I said, they've been teasing that they've been wanting these giant boss fights. If you notice, they add more. Like, one thing that they very much said that they want to do on PS2 that they did correct for the PS3 whenever they made it the sequel is they wanted Kratos to actually be the God of War, fight more enemies. You can see that in here where Kratos, there'll be like 20 to 30 enemies on screen at some point to where there wasn't that many because the PS2 couldn't handle it. But you could tell, especially because like there's tons of movement. Like even when you're fighting Gaia, she's like flip-flopping around. You're flip-flopping around on top of her. And same thing with all the other like giant boss fights they have too.
I do like that. And you can tell that they wanted to do that. Now they had the power because the PS3 is pretty damn powerful. I also forgot how big of a game this was. It wasn't until YouTube were like, yeah, this is the game that Sony was really cashing in on for the PS3.
It worked too. Did they you said it earlier, Nate. Was there a God of War edition PS3? It was red, right?
Maybe.
But he got it a year later. It already would have been.
Yeah, I got a PS3 in 2011.
Wow.
Forget when
there was probably a special edition PS3. I know there was a special edition PSP and then a special edition PS4, which I own. And I don't think I'll ever sell because it's too cool.
Yes, there was a
AI just told me that yes, there's a God of War game. So this is not helping me, internet. Okay, there was a God of War
game on the PlayStation 3.
There's two. There was that's a PS4. No, okay, yeah, there was a red PS3, but it wasn't for God of War 3. It was for God of War Ascension.
Yes, it was a slim PS3.
Yes, with a red controller, and it came with all 6 God of War games because you got the God of War Saga 5-pack, which I actually have too.
I too own that.
Yeah,
I always wanted to play these games. Like that's why I'm happy we're doing it on the show because I never would have played this series otherwise. I just had little interest, and you guys got me to play them. So thank you. Oh, I do have a question. Did
You're
anybody
welcome.
else have a hard time with jumping in this game? Like, there were a lot of times where I struggled with gliding. I don't know if it was a me thing or what. I was curious.
I don't think I did.
Okay, that's a me thing. And one of the things we haven't talked about yet is this game has those, which I forgot about until I just watching the video, the scenes where you're like flying down things and having like to move and dodge obstacles.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
that
I
was
could have done
only
without this.
that was only possible with the power of the PlayStation 3.
I could have done without it though. I didn't need it. I was like, I don't like this that much.
I wrote down a line Kratos says to, I think it's Pandora, when they're walking after the cube trials, and he says, "His fears will not matter when he is dead." That's stone cold.
And the stuff with Pandora, I do like it. And I guess the whole idea is that when he opened the box, he took the hope. I know you kind of mentioned it earlier, Joe, but that's what the whole idea of this story is, that he has hope. Because everything was released and hope went into him.
Yeah, which is funny because basically the whole concept now of the entire God of War series is, man, look at all these gods in the pantheon. I sure hope I can kill them, and he sure as hell does.
I am very curious to play God of War, the Norse one for PS4. I bought it years ago for 10 or 20 bucks at GameStop. Remember those stores? Might not be around at some point when I make that joke. So
I will see how you feel out, because I would love to do the first one at least. But I'm worried you're going to become emotional after the first one, because that is a father-son tale, and you being a father. Because honestly, after I beat both games, I was like, "Fuck, I gotta call my dad."
Well, I get that. I talk to my dad every day. Or no, not. I talk to my mother every day. I talk to my dad quite often, though, too. I am curious to play him. Like, playing through this was like finally checking off that meteor that's been on your list forever, and it felt really good. I feel very accomplished that I can now finally say I beat the trilogy, and of course, it's on the podcast. That's what matters.
I'm not gonna lie. Nate said he had his favorite line. I do think my favorite part in this game too is it's the very ending where he opens up, or the after you do several things, which is like destroying the earth and flying around. Which, by the way, if someone wants to make a roguelite of you flying up and down tunnels, I will put money into that if you fucking kickstart that. Because I think that's probably one of my favorite things to do in a game. It's a great sequence in this too. But I think my favorite moment in this game too, which is, I think it's a great moment of facial capture, is Kratos like holding the rock, and he's got like Pandora by one hand, and it's like trying to suck her in, and Zeus is like getting away, and he's like, either let her go or come after me, Kratos. What will you do? And he just goes, "Ah!" and just lets her go, and I'm like, fuck, that's so good.
We haven't talked about the Zeus fight yet, and I do want to bring that up. That, again, I'm going to say, is fucking epic boss fight. And I've seen this boss fight, unfortunately, thanks to Mojo Top 10 and other things. Like, people always reference this fight, and yeah, I get it now.
I've told you, and you can take that to heart. I always say, if you're going to have a final boss fight, especially for the final in the trilogy, you have to make it more than a one-part boss fight. And this is a 3-part boss fight.
It's a bit long. I mean, and the part where it's like 2D at first, like a 2D fighter, I was like, this is not... That was hard. I almost died in that part.
That's fun. It's so fucking sick.
Did you have any problem with it, Nate, on your hard difficulty?
I mean, I died a bit, but it wasn't overly hard.
I feel like he has more moves. Does he have more moves?
No, I don't think so. There was like, I don't know. I spent most of that fight blocking, then attacking him, and I like waiting for him to do a specific attack so I could do a golden fleece parry on him and then get in like 1 to 2 hits.
I just enjoyed the Zeus thing, and it also, like, after seeing it so many times in YouTube compilations, to finally be able to do it, that was great. I liked it better when it's more open again, like how you're normally playing God of War and not a 2D fighter. That was better. I didn't really care for the part where after you like kill him after your long fight, and then his shadow comes out, and then you're in like a shadow realm for a little bit.
The big Zeus sphere shadow.
Oh yeah.
But the only problem with that part is I didn't have it's time to turn on to the duel, and then you're banished to the shadow realm. I didn't get that.
Before we get there, I did write down that when Kratos opens Pandora's box and it's empty, and Zeus just laughs.
That was
I was like, this is peak comedy.
It was good. Stupid.
That,
good.
that Zeus shadow area is where I got some fun trivia for you guys, okay?
Okay.
Watching the credits, Elijah Wood has a special thanks. And I was like, oh shit, dude, Elijah Wood was in this game. So I Googled, and that led me to finding out Elijah voiced Deimos, which is Kratos' brother.
Oh,
In Ascension, right?
No, in God of War 3. They tease
Okay.
Deimos in God of War 3,
When is
where Kratos is swimming in the blood, and if you like just kind of like swim around and don't go anywhere, you'll hear a voice say, "A Spartan never turns his back on another, right, brother?" And that led to me finding that out that a God of War 3 story originally had Deimos play a large part. Like he would keep showing up and you would fight him over and over again.
is
that sounds sick as fuck.
And then they had to remove him. I don't know, for time reasons, or if Sony was just like, I don't think so. Like, let's not do that. And then they pushed like everything to Ghost of Sparta. But like,
okay, because Deimos is in one of the games, right?
yes, he's in Ghost of Sparta. And from
Okay.
what I remember from watching this YouTube video, is like Ghost of Sparta was always going to be about Deimos, but he was going to show up first in God of War 3. And then you would be like, whoa, like, that's
Okay.
Kratos' brother. And then you would find out like more about him in Ghost of Sparta.
Have you ever played Ghost of Sparta yet?
Yes, it's really good.
Yes, it's so good.
That's what I've heard. I remember people always telling me how good that game was, and we'll get to it. It'll be a mini, because God of Wars are hard to talk about. I did not care for the Shadow Realm, though. It just was boring to me. And I wanted the game to end. Not that I wasn't having fun, but I was just like, okay, I'm ready to be done now.
Yeah,
It's a
the
little long,
the only interesting part of that is the Elijah Wood thing. But you have to like go online for that.
That is cool, though. That is cool they put him in. Is he the voice in the PSP game, then?
No,
Oh,
unfortunately not.
Could not
that's
afford
weird.
him.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's cool as fuck. That makes me wish that that means we could have gotten a God of War where like fucking Deimos was the Virgil of the fucking game, which sounds sick as hell.
Another series I need to get to on this podcast.
Two's bad.
2's fine. I beat 2. I beat 5 of the 6 games. They're not bad.
I've only played 3, Reboot, and 5, and the Reboot is my favorite.
Reboot's fun. I own
So
I own all of them in one form or another. They're good games. I just never played 5. I beat every one but 5. Someday I'll play the series. I want to do the series someday on this podcast, but it just hasn't come to fruition yet. We'll see. Maybe next year. Maybe 2026. I keep wanting to say next year, even though we're recording this in 2025. This will release in 2026. So I'm in a weird time bubble. All right. Anything else to say about the game? Because
I think
I
I've
ran
said-
out of stuff to say.
I can think of one more thing.
Please.
I do, of course. We can't forget the funniest fucking ending where Kratos
We have
makes
the ending.
Kratos makes Zeus suck his soul back into his body, and he you beat him into you first person murder him this time instead of being in his first person. And you, like I said, we all said you can hit O until the fucking cows come home, beat him into a bloody pulp.
I didn't like that because I was like, I kept hitting it. I'm like, when's the game going to tell me to stop? And I let go a couple times. It didn't go away right away. I was
Stop when you want to feel. Stop when you feel better, man.
I would have stopped
Man.
right away. I didn't want to. I was like, this is kind of fun.
But Zeus, you kill Zeus, and Athena's like, "Hey, I'm gonna need the power of hope." To which Kratos, brandishing that fucking sword, he seppukus himself. And Athena goes, "You fucking whore," and then leaves. And Kratos is left dying in his own juices, only to reveal that he pulled the sword out and fell into the ocean once again.
But we don't find out that he survived until we get the God of War Norse game, right?
Yeah, to be fair, they very much meant for this game to have an open ending in case they did want to come back.
Well, Santa Monica didn't want to come back. They were like, let's return. We want to be done with this character. But Sony said, no. We make a lot of money from him.
Yeah,
So.
but you also can't have that kind of ending and not make God of War 4 and then do the thumb thing, which is also Sony's fault, which is, we'll make a prequel this time. And then the prequel be so ass boring that no one plays it. And then you kill the franchise.
Yeah, Ascension is not a great game. I don't think it's that bad, but it'll be interesting when we get to it.
Yeah, I just heard it's boring as fuck. And a lot of the kickback from back then was pretty much just, why the fuck would I want to play this? Where's God of War 4? I don't want to play a prequel for like the 8th, which is technically the 4th time or 3rd time you're playing a prequel.
Third time, yeah. I'm glad you did buy it, Nate, because we'll get to it. As GameStop was questioning your decision, you should have been like, "You work here. Should you really be questioning any of my decisions?"
It wasn't at GameStop. It was at a local game store.
Okay, then he has a right to question you.
Yeah.
GameStop, they got no... I should have known. GameStop don't sell PS3 games anymore.
They do, but yeah. I just thought it was funny that he was like, "Oh, you played this one?" Yeah, sir. I hate it. Yeah, Ascension is just, like Joe said, it's just boring. There's nothing exciting in that game. Like, there's nothing original, I guess, in that game. Like, it just feels like copy of God of War 3, but worse. Do you want to know a fun fact about God of War 3? Another fun fact?
Yeah, so go ahead.
Well, I don't. If it doesn't make the recording, it's inconsequential to everything. But playing it back to back on PS4 and PS3, that part where you are like after you rip Helios's head off, and you like the game is kind of teaching you how to use it to stun enemies and stuff. In the PS4 version, the Cyclops spawns in the center of the arena, and then in the PS3 version, oh, I'm sorry, I got that backwards. The Cyclops spawns in the center on the PS3, but on the PS4 version, he spawns on the left.
Oh, that's
like
weird.
Closer to the edge. Yeah, I thought that was a little weird.
Yeah, I wonder why they do things like that. Oh well.
It could be like, I don't know, balancing or just like, I don't know. Just, when porting, they just enter code wrong.
Or it's like
code gets scrambled and...
Okay, I'm back.
What happened?
Well, I'm going to leave this in the recording. Apparently, to fit the God of War theme, my wife decided to step on a piece of broken glass and cut her foot open.
Oh my gosh, she okay?
Yeah. The cat broke one of her glasses, and he never goes on the stove. And for some reason, he's like, I'm going to go on the stove and knock shit over right now.
Oh my gosh.
It did make me think of God of War, though.
Did you hum the theme?
No, she's okay. I got her stuff, but I gotta take care of her after.
Yeah, we wrap this up now. But you just heard your wife go, Aries.
All right, so we're gonna go to questions, comments, memories. I have one to read. That's all I got from I watched the entire Orbit Super replay from Sam K. This is on my short list of favorite games of all time, or favorite game of all time. I beat this game multiple times, which isn't something I typically do. It's the ultimate part trip. I don't think that's what he meant. I'll always remember my first time playing the intro. No, that's fair. Hi, and who's with me?
Sierra Jones, aka the Warden.
Welcome back. And I know you missed the main recording, but I still wanted to make sure you were part of our God of War 3 episode. And as I always ask, what's your memories or history with God of War 3?
Well, I have a long history with it. I played it since I was a kid. I played every single one. And then I would say until I met Mario, I didn't realize there was an in-between one. So I made it my mission to play those ones. Finally played those ones because of him. And it's just deep history. We've been trying so hard to get him to cosplay Kratos, calling him out again, so he keeps going. There we go. Anyways, I just always loved this game. I don't know, can't remember who showed me it. Just it's always been there. I've wanted to call one of my daughters Calliope because of his kid and everything too, but I got shied away because of my family, and then I ended up meeting like 3 other kids with the same name who so happened to be like my daughter's friend or my little sister's friend. So I sat there and I was like, sat there and nerded out, and they're like, what is happening? And then I had to show them. Yeah.
I mean, it's a Greek name in general, so like it's not.
It really is, and they call them Callie for short, and I'm like, that's even better. And then that's when I found out that Callie from Grey's Anatomy, that's her name. Oh. It took me forever to finally watch the show.
I know what you're referencing, unfortunately. So yeah, Tiff got
I
huge
love the unfortunately part.
Grey's Anatomy. I've only watched. I mean, she leaves. I mean, that show never fucking ends, but hasn't ended yet. But I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, she left. Was it towards the end, last few seasons? I think in a way, or kind of gets referenced here and there now and stuff. But yeah, but I wanted to, and then I ended up going on my my princess themed.
She left the end of season 12.
Yeah.
To answer your question, and that show was on season 22 or 23.
Yes.
So how did you feel about the graphics in God of War 3? Because, I mean, as I've said too many times in the episode, it is just, they are epic to me.
Oh, I loved it so much. And I'm not just talking about like what they did, how they did it. Like for the time when it first came out, I thought it was like Blu-ray and the screen just so beautiful. So the way they did everything, especially the way the water looked when you're fighting Poseidon was like unreal. Like it really looked beautiful, I would say. Just beautiful. Everything was amazing.
No, that is fair.
Well, because the water, you could really see the way it was moving and flowing when you were fighting the horse. And I mean, and when I first played, and it's this one again, I got stuck again. I'm gonna keep saying that because I kept getting stuck at so many parts, and I do not like other people helping me because I have a complex about that. Since I was a kid, I played everyone my way fully through every step and every, level and stuff like that because I just made it my mission. It was my favorite game.
No,
Plus, we didn't have internet back then, so it was the only one I could really play and get into. Well,
No,
the one they bought me.
You're coming from with that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my parents didn't buy me a lot of them. We only had a lot of Call of Duty games, and I got tired of playing first-person shooter on bots a lot with my dad. So this was the only other one until my mom later on found the BioShock 2 for me. And then that started a whole nother thing.
I mean, you are right. When it comes to like the Poseidon stuff, I mean, that is a super freaking impressive opening. Like, that surprised me. And I know we had the conversation in the main episode, but like God of Wars always have an amazing opening. That's one thing that they're really good at doing.
Oh yeah, it's always dramatic or just something's always happening or starting a new war or getting out of there. So something's always going, and I love that because it's Kratos. He's pure chaos.
Yeah, I mean, I know one of the complaints with this game is that he didn't really have like a story arc, which I completely disagree. And people were saying he was a one-note character, which I completely disagree on because I feel like this game really. It does get, I mean, yes, he's on revenge, but when he sees Pandora, who reminds him of his daughter, like, he does a lot for her.
Yeah, he basically, it takes, I would say, the story arc goes with his trauma. In a way, it's kind of helping him through what happened, or kind of like his way to redeem himself. If he can help her, maybe he'll feel better a little bit. Because this whole thing is about revenge and, well, trying to take back the memories of what happened and just all of that. So that's how I see it. I can see he's just going through the motion. So if he helps her here, he'll redeem a little bit.
No, that's how I see it too. Like I mean, also the whole fact that like in this game it explains that all the gods have been poisoned because of what happened with Pandora's box. Like that's why Zeus is so paranoid. Like that's supposed to be why Aphrodite is so horny. Like that's just
I actually did not know that part.
I caught it because of a YouTube. I did not catch it because I mean it is mentioned by Athena. Like she makes a comment, at least when it comes to Zeus and a couple others. But that's supposed to be what happens to everybody in here.
Oh, so that's why when it first got opened, it didn't just mess with the humans, it messed with everything. The balance of everything.
Yes. That's supposed to be the idea. Is because he got the hope of the people, where like in the old Greek myth is that, hope was the one thing that was left. But then they open the box and there's no hope even or something, because hope is what people are living on. But that's supposed to be the idea here, but that he took the hope.
Yeah, because the first time you technically opened the box was in the first one to basically get the sword and defeat Ares, right? Yeah. And then, so this is them like trying to basically fix it and push it back in, and they can't. And he's getting freaked out. Yeah. Okay, I see it now.
And that's why Zeus thinks that, like, when Zeus laughs at him when he opens the box because there's nothing in there, but also it's supposed to be the idea that he already had what he needed to do to kill Zeus.
Yeah.
He didn't need the power from the box.
It's the whole, the inner power is you.
Pretty much, yes.
In a way. I see that. It's great. I didn't think of that until now, but looking back of when I played it and everything replaying in my head, yeah, I kind of see it now. That's great.
No, I appreciated it for what it was. Like, I enjoyed the story. I thought it was well done.
Yeah, me and my sister were talking about it too, not that long ago. Cause she was also a big fan with me too. We played it a lot, and this one like I said, we played this one probably hundreds of times. Oh my god. Cause the other ones we couldn't find them when we moved. So this was the only one we had for a long, long time.
No, I get that.
Yeah. So we were talking about how Pandora was basically the statues and everything, because I just like when I got into Hephaestus, I didn't realize who Hephaestus was, the actual voice actor for him, and it freaked me out because I just learned the other day who it was.
Who is it?
Took it me all these years. It's Rip Torn.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
Oh, Zed from Men in Black.
Oh, the dog?
No, not the dog. The main guy, the boss, the redhead, the one that's telling them where to go.
Oh, sure. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen Men in
picture.
Black. I do like how, as I said before, but they worked in a lot of the god, which was nice. Like you get your main gods. You get Hades as one of your bosses, Poseidon. How did you feel about the Hercules weapon?
I didn't really like it that much. I really hated it while playing. I understand you had to go back and you had to use it to destroy the crystals and stuff, but to me, it just wasn't the best weapon. I really tried to avoid using it when I had to, when you're switching through all the weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
I liked it, but just for what it needed. That's really what it was for me. I think I liked the electric little, I'll call them like little claws, because that's what they looked like to me.
No, that's fair. I mean, they're essentially another iteration of your Chaos Blades, or whatever the hell they're called. I forgot their actual name.
Yeah,
I change the name every game.
Blades of Athena. It just depended on which one we got, but this one we got the Blades of Athena.
Okay.
Yeah, because she took them when she went through you, and then grabbed them, and then redid that whole thing.
Yeah. No, I thought it was. I forgot that she died. I had to actually watch some recaps of everything that happened in 1 because I didn't remember anything from 1 and 2.
I always question what is a higher being or in everything than a god. That was always my question. Like, what the hell is she now? Like, I guess she's not a god, but she has all these powers, but she's more than the Titans and the gods and all this because she sacrificed. I'm like, what is happening? I just want to know exactly what that is now.
I mean, I think it's just the idea that since she sacrificed herself, like, it's always that idea for humans, too, that if we die, like, that we'll become like a spirit, and that we'll be in a higher plane of existence where you don't need food, you don't need water, but you still are a coherent thought, things like that. That's where that idea comes from. So that's kind of what they were going through there, I feel.
I get that. It just during the time it just was. I was like, what is happening? What do you mean a higher being? Well, it was cool because I liked the way they made her like shimmer and shine, but you could see through, and the way she kind of passes like it's a ghost but not a ghost.
Yeah,
that was really cool too.
That's a fair way to put
it. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Hey, did you have any favorite boss fights?
No, not really, because I loved all of them in a way. I liked when we got to rip off his head, Apollo's head. It's Apollo, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually really did like when we got to beat the living shit out of Poseidon in the first part. That was honestly my favorite, because it was so brutal that they actually had to block it out after you take out before you take out his eyes.
Yeah.
How do we go? Hold on. The one I hated the most is the Hades one. I cannot and still cannot to this day get past Hades myself. There you go, Mario. I said it.
Were you playing on easy or normal?
Even on all of it. Something about the motion, like I could not, even back in the day, I still could not. But because I've already put it on the God mode, it was impossible this time. So Mario had to help me again, like last time, like my brother had to last time. I have not been able to pass him myself, so that's why he likes to always say it, and I've been determined to do it, so that's why I tried to. This is where I kicked the chair. I got so angry at the game. I didn't realize Diana's chair was there, and I went to kind of kick the air, because, I got kind of pissed off, and I was just like, I kicked the air and kicked the chair, and it went flying across the living room. Thank God nobody was there. Oh, it was great, but yeah, I had to take a minute, play a different game.
No, I get that. Sometimes you have to with games. You just have to step back and do something that's not going to piss you off as much.
Well, yeah, with me, I get very frustrated because I'm like, I know I can do this. Why didn't it go? Just go. And I'm like, my brain goes faster than when the characters can, so that's why I get more frustrated too.
No, I get
It's all
that.
like, you should have moved 20 minutes ago. Yeah, that's just me.
No, I
'Cause
get it. I can get pissed off these games too, so I'm with you.
I told Mario I was going to start a whole subject where it's just going to be me raging to a whole bunch of games that I don't understand. We'll see how that happens because when Taylor and everybody are outside taking a quick cigarette break, they can hear me just going, "Fuck, why?" And it's outside. All the doors and windows are closed.
All right. Anything else that you want to say about God of War 3?
I did like a lot of the puzzles that we had to do in this one.
There are a lot.
I would say.
Are a lot.
Oh yeah, there was a lot. The one that got me was the garden with Hera after we kill her. It's Hera, right?
Yep, it's Hera.
Yeah, okay.
You are.
After we kill her and we had to use the stone to kind of look at it from a different point of view to be able to move. That I loved a lot, actually. It pissed me off and I kept, not getting it and having to do it again, but it was different and really cool. I really liked that part.
Okay. I had to use a guide because I didn't understand what the game was trying to tell me. So
I tried so hard not to. It kills you because you have to really go back and forth a lot, and if you mess it up, you gotta redo it again and restart from the bottom again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It took me a little bit. You have to carry her dead body. I wouldn't have thought of that. So I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, I remember that from the other game, so I knew immediately. It's just I couldn't remember where to put her, so for a while I was just walking around with her body. So I was just like, he's just carrying her around. Greatest moments in God of War is just when you have to carry a dead body around.
No, I get it. I'm with you. All right. I guess we should go to...
That's all.
Okay, let's go to Shelf Stacker Box. And where would you put this?
The shelf. I play this all the time, randomly, for nostalgia. That's where you would come and grade it all the time, right? Yeah.
Yes, the shelf is the high one.
Yeah, because I got my daughter to start playing it. My sister plays it. Mario plays it. I play it. My dad's played it. Yeah, it's a whole thing for my family. So it's always got to be right there.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I pray and wait for the day to make a movie, but I need them to do it right, so I'll wait forever if needed. Wait forever. Because I just feel like if they don't do it right, don't get the right people to play the right character for him and stuff, it just won't be good, Don't need another flop and adaptation of a game. There's so many.
No, I get it. But at some point, as I said in the main recording, but I'll tell you too, we're going to be doing Ghost of Sparta now, because that's the next one that got released. So we will probably do Ghost of Sparta. Well, we do Ghost of Sparta for sure, and most likely Ascension too.
Oh, Ascensions.
That's not a great game, I know, but...
Definitely put me down for that one.
I will. You're on all of them, if I'm able to. So, all right, well, thank you for joining, Sierra, and stay tuned for the rest of our rankings. And let's go to Shelf Stacker Box. And Joe, why don't you lead us in?
Definitely the shelf. I had a lot of fun playing it this time. I think it's actually more fun whenever you play it on easy and you're high as fuck and you're just beating the shit out of everything. I should do that more often. But I very much had a fun time playing it a third time actually, which is even weird because usually it's the other way around. But yeah, and I liked it a lot. I think technically in an extent, even though the PSP game is next, I do think this was a great way to wrap up the trilogy. This
should have been the end of Kratos. I mean, yes, have some prequels, it's fine, like Ghost of Sparta, but be done. Like, just walk away.
You say that, but they did the right thing. I will admit, like, old man Kratos is something we need in this day and age. I'm not gonna lie.
Nate,
I would put this game on the shelf. I think about it every so often.
Not every night and day.
Not every night and day. I can't believe a game like this exists. It is so cool. I think everything, it's just that team firing on all cylinders. Like, there's one criticism I have against it, and I've already said it, but it's really good.
I'll go last. I'm actually going to put this on the shelf too. I had a really good time. I'm going to say it again. This game was really fucking epic. So, let's go on the shelf. I had a good time. I'm really glad that we did it finally and that I can say I wrapped up the series. So, that made me feel good. Yeah. All right, we should introduce what we're talking about next week. Next week is Enslaved Journey to the West. So you can hear us talk about that next week.
Oh, hey, that game also has Baldur.
Baldur?
What?
What?
You'll see.
I beat the game before. I had no idea what you're talking about, though. So
Isn't Enslaved? Isn't the guy's name Baldur?
I don't remember, for the record. His name Monkey, I think.
What the fuck am I thinking of? Oh well, I'm thinking of
no
something
idea.
else. Ignore me.
You're thinking of Baldur's Gate.
No, I'm not thinking of Baldur's Gate.
He's thinking about how he's gonna have to stay up all night to rewrite his sleep habit.
I'm gonna go take a nap real quick in my
Oh.
husband's office with him in there being a complete butthole. So
I mean, just live off Monster as your blood. I mean, it
No,
works for someone we know.
I'm gonna take a nap and then he's gonna take me to the fucking corner. Either he's gonna take me to the corner store, or I'm gonna go to the corner store and grab me a fucking Dr. Pepper and some waters.
Right? We should go to plugs. Nate, where can we find you at?
Hello, you can find me on Blue Sky at Pallet Jackson Video Games, where I share Pallet Jackson video games. There are no Pallet Jacks in this game, and I rate them.
All right. And if you enjoyed this episode, there are over 900 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content, whatever the hell people want to do with me and say yes to. We make a ton of content. If you want to support the show, we do a Patreon. For as little as $1, you can vote in our Patreon poll. We have 1 to 2 polls a month. Going to be 2 polls for the next 2 months, for January and February. You're hearing this in January, so there's currently 2 polls, bitch. So check that out. And if you donate $10 or more, I will plug your podcast or YouTube like these wonderful people. Phoebe Stanton, the Let's Play Princess on YouTube and Twitch. And also check out Zach's podcast, absolutely the best podcast, A Work in Progress. Talk about the MCU movies, MCU adjacent movies. And they're currently doing the Alien Predator franchise, so check them out too. And if you join our Discord things of the show, that's how you do that. Join our Discord. And when you're shouting my awesome intro and outro, courtesy of Helena at Hell Has Free. You can follow her on TikTok and Instagram, so definitely go check her out. And give a shout out to Gamer Looks for Bill Tucker. He is back, so check out his show if you've been waiting for him to come back. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only. I think guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.